Professional Skill Practice KPMG. He's having over a decade experience in higher education. Sir, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, good evening.
Hi,
Good
sir.
evening to all.
Thing is, what are the upcoming trends which will change or impact the education system according to you?
A few important factors. One, the universities, they look at how they run themselves. Like I was saying, they are not thinking of running a college anymore. The way they look at a university itself very different right now. How they can transform, how they can innovate colleges and things. That is one happening. Second is foreign universities are coming to India. Foreign universities, the recently government have come up with the Act on Foreign Higher Education Act, which allows foreign institutions to come and set up campuses in India. We are seeing examples in Gujarat, we are seeing examples in Bangalore recently, Gurukul has come in, many other institutions are coming. And having worked with many global institutions, it is on their agenda for many institutions because West universities, for some reasons, they are not getting their admission. And it is in their radar that they want to come to India, they want to come to Asia because the admissions are in India, China, and Asia. Students are coming from here. So they will start setting up campuses here. When they start setting up campuses here, because of the competition, Indian institution has to provide that kind of standards, what experiences the students are getting in the foreign institutions.
Why do you think that is happening? Like, why the Western institutes are, setting up universities in India and all?
Their admissions is not happening.
Okay.
Because of the aging population, because of various reasons. There, it is not mandatory you have to complete a degree.
Okay.
Because of their internal trends and things like that. Admissions used to come from India, China for most of the Western universities. Now, recent foreign policies in US, countries like US and what is happening, students are afraid to go there.
Okay.
Now, because of that, they are coming here. It will act as two important factors. Students will have multiple options. Now, they don't require to spend millions and millions of money to go to foreign institution to study. They can spend less and they can access to a foreign institution here. Number one. Number two, I would feel it will create a competition. Like, if we take any example, like a product company, any foreign brands comes in, our Indian brands quality goes up. So it will have that factor. Because of that healthy competition, our standards also will go up. It's not only about teaching. Today, students are not going only for teaching and they are not going for degree. They are going for the overall experience. They wanted to have a good campus experience. They wanted to have that vibrancy campus, exposure, their engagement. I remember one of the vice chancellor told me personally, they can handle any problem, but if there is a 1 hour of Wi-Fi disruption in the hostel, that is the biggest pain problem. Because even 1 hour or half a day of Wi-Fi disruption, students will create biggest problem. Even the water is not coming in the hostel, students will keep quiet, but if Wi-Fi is not coming. So the trends are changing. So because of that, students expect that experience, and when they are getting that in the foreign institutions, here what will happen, the Indian institution need to start thinking how they engage the student.
Yes.
Starting from the admission point when they are going to enter the campus, till they're going to exit, how I'm going to make sure the experience, the exposure, the word you used, and the engagement. Today the student wants engagement. So all these three things will change the experience of learning, I think.
Okay. And what do you suggest? Like, how can the institution improve to improve their engagement with the students and all? Like, what do you suggest?
Very importantly, listen to your students. They have to listen to the students. I remember again taking one of the senior academician. He's a vice chancellor now in one of the top university. I've seen him 10 years before. He was a dean or a director of a particular faculty. Now he's become a vice chancellor. Even that time, he used to have open houses with the students. And when I say open houses, I had the opportunity to attend some of those open houses. It's a real open house. He will never defend any problem. He will come, he will stand in the auditorium, there will be hundreds and thousands of students. They will shoot all questions. It could be academic question, it could be a non-academic question, it could be Wi-Fi question, it could be anything. He will just stand there, tie his hands, he will listen to everything. He will not interrupt anything. In the end, he will summarize. These things can be addressed. These things are irrelevant. These things are genuine issue, but we can't address. He will really acknowledge that. These are all real issues. But as a university, we will have these issues. I can't do anything. You know what that created? It's not about solving all the problem. But
it's about listening to them and reacting according to them.
Yeah, listening and then hearing them. And I know he never stopped with that. Though in that students' meeting he said these kind of things can't be acknowledged, I've seen him in the boardroom how he fight for those things. So that listening bit.
To have someone to really hear.
You really have to listen to them.
If there is someone like that, then improvement is definitely.
No, it's not only about that. I gave it as an example. Listening happens at all levels. It happens at all levels. As a faculty, as a non-faculty, everything. If they are coming and then they are sharing something, you have to hear them. You have to listen to them. So it starts off with that, and then you need to have structured feedback processes. This is unstructured feedback processes. Structured feedback processes has to happen, where you collect continuous feedback, without knowing anonymous, and then taking necessary action. Not just collecting the feedback, taking necessary action. If you start doing that, start collecting parents' feedback, your employers' feedback, and start working on those things. It's the biggest mirror in your life. It will show you, how your institution stands and things. That's what I could feel. There could be many more other ways, but this is one of the important things.
Okay, sir. And the thing is, we heard that you are very experienced in quality assurance. And how do you ensure continuous improvement in quality processes?
See, quality assurance, it covers the accreditation, rankings, the continuous improvement part which you talked about. We believe it or not, one of the things we need to acknowledge in India, this elephant and blind man story?
No, sir.
It's a very so there is an elephant and it's a dark room, lights are off. It's a very popular story. 5 men are there, right? And they don't know what is there inside. They just sent inside. They touched each one of them. One person said, I could feel a tail. One person said, I could feel a leg. So on, so. But it is actually a elephant. So it's like that. 5 blind men feeling, touching and different things, and they are articulating what they interpret. So quality assurance, accreditation and ranking in India, unfortunately, it is a blind man and elephant story where everybody got their own interpretation. Somebody says, I've got better ranking. They say that these people paid money. As if these people would have stand next to it and saw that person paid money. That is there. People just do it just for branding, to be very frank. They just put it on the blog. I remember long back, 10 years back, with the top vice chancellor of the institution, I had an opportunity to interact. We had accredited some programs, and he was like, Raghavan, there is no benefit. I don't want to be accredited. All I asked him is, sir, except putting the logo in the website, what else have you done? My colleague next to me were, nudging me. He was like, don't talk like this. I was like, let me speak. That's what, except putting the logo on the website. There are a lot of other things associated with accreditation which they are not even aware. That is number 2. This third important bit of quality assurance, it's the mirror. It's like, it needs to show a mirror. Like when you see the mirror will show you your real face. If an institution is good, the quality assurance system is working good, where it is showing the mirror. It should not be like it's like, cat is seeing and then the cat sees tiger to it. It can't be like that. The quality assurance can't be that, your data will say, everything is right. You kind of play around. It is a mirror of the institution. I had a fortunate to work with some of the best people. They said I had an opportunity to run a quality assurance. I was the director. I remember the vice chancellor of that particular institution came up and he said, after me, the powerful position is quality assurance. He said it in open forum. It is not because of him he said. Because he believed quality assurance is important for his institution. Anybody else would have been in my seat, he would have said the same.
Because that itself is very important.
It is important because he gives importance to that position. In academic council meetings, he said, don't mess up with Raghavan. He said in open meeting in front of external members and deans, don't mess up with Raghavan. Even, he tells me what I am supposed to do. Because, as I said, it is not Raghavan. It is anybody else would have been in the director of quality assurance, he would have given the same importance. So, that is very important. It's like a mirror. Somebody has to keep telling you where things are going wrong. It is only your close people will come and tell you things are going wrong.
Yes.
It could be your friend, your mom, dad, it could be anybody. Likewise, director quality assurance, dean quality assurance is a conscience of the institution, where they have the freedom to walk up to the leadership and say that we are doing something that's wrong.
Okay.
So if that is there, then things will fall in place. If they use director quality assurance, so no, sorry to with you. The accreditation is basically you are studying a particular course, and at the end of the course, your institution is promising you, okay, these are all the ABC things you will gain out of this program. Correct? It is not placement. It is not higher education. It is like by studying, for example, bachelor's of commerce. Simple example. You will know about commerce. You will know about something about accounting. You will know about something about economics. These are the things institution will promise in terms of skills and knowledge, correct? Any program. Now, how do you ensure that particular outcomes are being delivered to the students? What is the methodology? Accreditation is the methodology. By ensuring all students are getting understanding about commerce, accounting, they were able to apply their knowledge and accounting, whether they have their skills or not. Now I'll tell you how they will do it. Now to make sure you have understanding of commerce, accounting and economics, you need to have a right content. Correct? Syllabus, which they call. You need to have a right set of faculty which will ensure that content is coming to you. The third one is the infrastructure. You need to have a relevant set of classrooms, labs, laboratories, support system, libraries. All these are required to support the point A and point B. It doesn't stop with that. You need to have a right assessment, right set of question papers have to be set. If I am a very, very lenient teacher, becomes a controller of examination, where I will get all 8+ marks, your skills are not assessed properly, then it will become irrelevant. The question paper systems and your examination system has to be strong to ensure whatever you learned in your classroom comes in. So that is your fourth component. Then comes your university leadership. Okay, first 4 hours very good. The university leadership, their vision, their sustainability, your own institution is there for the last 30 years. So the institution needs to be sustained, leadership has to be there, they need to have a financial backup, they need to have, so all the 6-7 factors has to come in picture to make sure you get the relevant outcomes, which is you need to have a content, you need to have faculty, you need to have assessment, infrastructure, all these things has to support to ensure a student get the relevant skills. Now whether these things are in the right factor or not, assessing this methodology is accreditation methodology.
Okay, sir. A lot of information. And the next question is, what are the major challenges students face in their academic life today? What do you think? Your opinion?
Actually, we face the challenges because of the students. Because students' trends are all changing. A lot of things are there. To be very frank, there are a lot of mental well-being issues out there. The technology intervention, they talk to the WhatsApp more than to the physical person and things like that. So the physical connect, social connect in the campuses are to me, I work with many universities, I had an opportunity to go and visit many universities. I feel that the social interaction is coming low. Mental well-being, openness to go and talk, those things are coming low. Government is doing a particular research on the suicide happening in the campuses, right? So not just any private, public, it is happening across. Student suicide is a common problem, not just now. But now the thing what is coming out is students are being put in certain set of education pattern in their school, some coaching and things like that. They are coming up to a different system where they are not able to cope up with that.
They're being pressurized.
Not just pressurized, that openness, that freedom, they were not able to handle.
Mm.
That is the findings we are getting out of it. So the students' interaction, social interaction, the mental well-being, all those things becoming big challenge. I feel, that is what I could do. And there is an interesting study we did about 10 years back. I wanted to share. This is based on my curiosity. I did this study. Okay, I come from Tamil Nadu. I studied there. One of my curiosity is, even from my 10th standard, 11th standard and stuff, students who come up with state first, second, third, they'll come on the TV and all of us we've seen 10th standard, pre-university or 11th standard, 12th standard. But after 20, 30 years, we don't know who they are, where they are going. No one has become a Abdul Kalam equivalent or their contribution to the science or this one. So what I did was I hired a formal research company. The research statement I gave it to them is identify top 3 state first, second, third of 10th, 12th in the last 5 years. Okay, 5 into 3, 15 of 10th, 5 into 3 of 12th standard, 15. 30 students, what they are doing right now. 30 state toppers, what they are doing right now. This research we did it 10 years before, exactly 11 years before, 2014. The outcome was shocking. 12th standard physics center, chemistry center, maths center. The first semester maths they ever did. Engineering, yeah, they are just mugging up on they wanted marks. A lot of fundamentals they don't know. And suddenly in the first year engineering, there is basic mathematics subjects where you need to apply those formulas, which you have not studied. You mugged up
Completely different patterns of study.
Here you have to apply those formulas. Arrear. Medicine, 37 arrears. Engineering, arrears. So we were shocked. What does this tell you? They're all as per your template. You go with, they're all toppers, but they are failing. The reason I'm saying this is happening with everybody, every student. They were not able to deal with failures. They were not able to deal with failures. Even a small failure, they are not able to deal with. So, even I have a 9-year-old son. So, one of the things when I reflect, we also pamper a lot of kids. I remember my uncle asked me when I carried my kid 2.5, 3 years, I carried that hot water, this box, this is what he will eat. My uncle teased me, what are you doing? When you were a kid, your father used to give some random waters and he never used to give mineral water. Why are you pampering so kids? Why I'm saying that is so much of pampering going into it. So much of things are going into it. The students are not allowed to do any failure. Even a small failure comes, they are not able to handle it. Starting from their breakup, friends said no, they have a huge setback. So there are many aspects of that. So I see these are all the big challenges. And I think as a society we are not listening enough. We should listen more.
Yes.
Sorry if I have kind of taken so.
KPMG is partnering with many colleges. Why are you doing it and what is the purpose behind it? Can you brief about it?
Yeah, so we partner with many universities on their advisory consulting. We have education and skilling practice where we help many institutions on both public and private on setting up their institutions and stuff like that, or their university transformation strategy, setting up new campuses. We also partner with some institutions on some of the learning programs which we do. We as an organization, we have more than 45 plus employees in India, and also across the world we have millions of employees. And as a consulting practice, there are many millions of employees are there. One of the trend we see, we also into hiring. We hire a lot of freshers and experienced people. We feel that consulting skills are missing in the market. So we felt that on one side we are going and advising many institutions, and we are also partnering with government on many initiatives. The real classroom experience is very important. Unless until you get into the classroom and understand the student and understand the dynamics of how the courses are taught and things like that, you can't advise. Otherwise, generally what they will say, sir, you will advise all these things, you don't know what is happening in the class. So we were like, let's get on to the way. One way of looking at it is let's get into the classroom to understand all this. Second is to have the skill gap which I talked about. Many consulting skill gaps are there. The real skill gaps are not there, to be very frank. And so we were like, let's try to contribute to this, where we partner with universities, where we offer joint programs, and then through that we also train some of the students. When they are passing out, they will be industry ready, so that they can be easily absorbed by any consulting firms and stuff like that. So that is the background in which we created courses, and KPMG professionals who's working in consulting platforms, they actually go together with the university team. We teach them and then we assess them. We also give them projects, like projects and stuff, which will kind of students to get prepared more to the industry. That's why we are.
Okay. So you have recently collaborated with GGU, right? So can you give your insights on the collaboration?
So Godavari Global University wanted to partner with Macquarie University in Australia on the cybersecurity program. We facilitated a partnership. We will also be part of the partnership. Here the partnership is Godavari Global University students have the opportunity to take a GTech Computer Science Cybersecurity course program. Now in that program, the content will come from Macquarie University, Australia. They are leaders in cybersecurity. The content is delivered by them. Content is created by them. Sorry, they are creating the content. KPMG, we have cybersecurity professionals where we have a cybersecurity practice where we work on many cybersecurity projects.
Okay.
So the people who are working on those projects will be coming and delivering the project. Also, the Godavari Global academic staff will be part of it. They will also be delivering some of the courses and things like that. So it's a clear-cut industry institute interaction which we keep talking about in the forums. But here, actually the industry is coming to the campus to deliver. Foreign institution is giving the content, and here the students have the benefit to get the international content and industry level people content, and at a very very less cheaper cost, which I want to put. They want to go to Macquarie University to acquire this degree. They have to spend millions and millions, and if they want to listen to KPMG professionals, they have to spend a lot of money. Here they are getting everything together in their own campus, I would say. So that's the partnership. Now, why are we doing it? Is to bring that industry context to it. Today, you can bring any top world university content to any institutions in India. Content is available, right? Content you can bring, but can you ensure the student who is passing out is with the same level of quality, same level of skill set? It will not happen. Content is just one part of your entire experience. It also comes about how it get delivered. That's when the real cybersecurity people who are working in real-time projects will be coming and delivering that, so that real experience they will get. Otherwise, what will happen? I will read something and then I will come and share something. So the real experience comes in. The last important part is in that 4 years they get more prepared. Imagine there are about, just for example, about 8 to 10 courses are there. Now, to each 8 to 10 courses, there might be 20 professionals who will be coming. So the students in that 4 years itself have interaction with that 20 professionals. Now that will change the way they write, the way they speak. I'm sure when they get into outside after 4 years, the way they speak itself very different. Leave about the technical skills, cybersecurity skills. They will start behaving like professionals. They will start writing like a professional. They will start behaving like a professionals. So that will help them to be, industry ready or employable, or to get a job easily, whatever.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting.
We look forward to many such collaborations with GGU.
Thank you.